let's do it. And if you up that pipe, go shoot it. And a life of race, I've been taking these drugs that cover my pain since my life's been ruined.
Man, oh man. What's up, No Limit Game, man? We back with another banger reaction, shorty. Larry Hoover, the Gangster Disciple founder who told after getting shot, video, shorty. That's what's going on. This nigga was the GD founder, bro. And he told after getting shot. And I know y'all seen that video that I dropped, like, what was that? Like, yesterday. I dropped it yesterday 2 days ago about King Yella being happy about Larry Hoover getting out. In reality, the nigga's a snitch. Do your homework on a snitch, nigga. Cause these niggas be like, they be praising these niggas. This nigga is praising the snitch. If you ain't know, that nigga is praising the snitch, shorty.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on some prehistoric paperwork that hit the internet that I'm not even responsible for, but I fact-checked it. And in this video, we're gonna be speaking on Larry Hoover identifying two rival gang members to police that shot him.
Yo!
Tell him, bro. Who free, bro? My mother, he free. Who? Larry Hoover, he free, bro.
Yo! And they bag about that nigga Larry Hoover. 9-piece, straight 8 balls. MJG, bitch, I got 8 balls. My bad, chat. I'm tripping.
Tell him, bro. Who free, bro? My mother, he free. Who? Larry Hoover, he free, bro. Yeah.
Larry free. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
That we is, GD. Free them gangsters. Free Larry Hoover.
Now, President Trump...
That nigga, them gangsters, but that nigga told still is crazy, bro. As we go skip past that, or since they go skip past it, chat, you know what I'm gonna do? Just close my mouth and watch the video.
Trump just gave the presidential middle finger to anyone who ever called him racist after not only pardoning NBA YoungBoy who's about to go on a mega tour, but commuting the sentence of the Larry Hoover.
Yo!
His name is Larry.
So he pardoned that nigga YoungBoy. He pardoned that nigga YoungBoy. Then, what this nigga did, he helped Larry Hoover get out of jail, sure. They reduced that nigga sentence, all type of shit, sure. What a lucky tradition.
Larry Hoover. He's the reputed leader of the Black Gangster Disciples street gang, one of the largest in the nation. For 20 years, he's been locked behind prison walls because of a murder conviction. This week, he goes before the state parole board, and he could soon be a free man.
Done my time. I paid my debt to society. Anytime you do a extensive amount of time, it can have two effects. It can harden you, or it can make you think. And I've thought.
Now, for those that don't know, Larry Hoover is the founder and former leader of the Gangster Disciples, a major street gang based in Chicago that spread from the Midwest, dominating parts of the South, and even reaching out to the Northeast. To this day, many prominent rappers are members of the Gangster Disciples, while other rappers have been known sworn enemies to the Gangster Disciples.
Yeah.
Larry...
Because I remember King Von talk about, that nigga ain't King Von BD? That nigga BD. That nigga BD. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that nigga BD. If that nigga King Yella GD talking about Larry free. Larry free. Get your dumb ass.
Larry Hoover, a kingpin, gang lord, murderer, is a man whose name has held power for over 50 years. But today, his legacy is in question as the unthinkable has happened. Remo from No Jumper would post to Instagram a photo of what appears to be prehistoric paperwork, detailing a shooting in which Larry Hoover himself was the victim. Parker High School sat in the Inglewood neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. On September 4th, 1968, it was the first day of school, and it would be turned to a crime scene.
First day of school.
Leader of the Supreme Gangsters, 18-year-old Larry Hoover informed the police that he was standing in the school hall just outside the principal's office when two members of the Eastside Disciples appeared. They were identified as 18-year-old James Highsmith and 20-year-old Leonard Longstreet.
That nigga was snitching, shorty. Y'all motherfucking leader, y'all lord, whoever y'all call this nigga, man. Y'all niggas a snitch, shorty.
And they did not go to Parker High. Hoover told police the two walked past me in the hall, and Highsmith smiled. Then Longstreet said, "Burn him." And Highsmith pulled a gun and started shooting. I got hit. Larry Hoover, the 18-year-old leader of the Supreme Gangsters that came before the Gangster Disciples' creation, flat out told the police two rival gang members entered his school and shot him.
Yo!
Bullets struck two other students, both 15 years old. Larry and the two others were all shot in the legs and rushed to a hospital.
This nigga, bro. That nigga Larry Hoover was crazy, but that nigga was snitching, bro. But forget him snitching. These niggas from a whole different school came into his school trying to burn this nigga. That ain't crazy to y'all? If you don't think that's crazy, that's diabolical. Imagine your ops from a whole different school find a way into your school to try to kill you? Oh, hell no, nigga.
Only minutes after the shooting, police arrested the two gang members who were out on bond for two separate shootings. A Cook County grand jury would indict the two men on charges of aggravated battery on Larry Hoover. Now this is going to piss a lot of people off, but before I do that, I wanted to confirm whether this was even true. Because this didn't seem to be an arrest report, this looked like a newspaper clipping. So I dug into the Chicago Tribune dating back 57 years ago, and what I found was page 14 of the Chicago Tribune from September 5th, 1968, the day after the shooting. The article was titled, "Police Arrest 2 in Shooting of 3 Students, Gang Rivalry Blamed for Violence." 3 youths were shot down in Parker High School in what police described as a continuing battle between rival street gangs. Inglewood police said the shooters were identified by the victims in the hospital and several other witnesses. The police identified Larry Hoover as a gang member, and again, the article would state Hoover told police who shot him and how it happened.
Yo, so this nigga been labeled as a gang member. And he snitched. And y'all be talking about the new generation where niggas be quick to snitch, but the nigga y'all praised was snitching since he was a young boy. He couldn't snitch in that bust he got caught with because they had enough evidence to say that was him. You ain't got nobody to snitch on when it's all your business. So that nigga can't snitch about that.
Now this would be considered snitching by anyone following the quote-unquote code.
Yeah.
But what about the one who created the code? This was Larry fucking Hoover, the founder of the Gangster Disciples, a man whose name is at the top of Chicago gang lore along with Al Capone.
Yo.
And this wasn't the last time he'd be mentioned in a newspaper.
Oh shit. I was talking about there ain't no white gangs, and look at them niggas. Well, I don't know if they full white, but shit, he look Italian or something, but he look like he trapped out, nigga.
And this wasn't the last time he'd be mentioned in a newspaper. 2 years later, it was 1970, and Hoover was one of 3 arrested for gunning down a 19-year-old on 69th.
Yo.
3 years after that, a 24-year-old was kidnapped and shot to death. Hoover would be picked up on a murder warrant, and a week later, a witness set to testify against Hoover was found dead on the south side with 2 holes in the back of his head.
Yo! This nigga Larry Hoover was getting shit gone. When he knew that they found a witness for that Joan, bro, he went to go slime them niggas out, but he went to go catch them in that hat, bro. They knew what to do when that nigga when they had a witness for Larry. You gotta get the witnesses gone. You hear me? Sometimes you just gotta get the witnesses gone, shorty. Cause them niggas go tell it all. And you can regret, cause nigga, you only get one life, and once you get caught for that, You ain't got no more life, nigga. Do your homework on being in jail.
It was too late though. The 26-year-old had already given a deposition to police stating he witnessed Hoover and another man kidnap the victim the day before the victim was murdered.
That shit crazy.
They dump his body in an alley, allegedly because he was suspected of stealing drugs from the gang's supply. This murder was what took Larry Hoover off the streets of Chicago at the age of 23. Deemed a ruthless killer who'd been involved in multiple shootings and murders, Hoover was sentenced to 200 years in state prison. While inside, Hoover continued to lead the Gangster Disciples, which led to a 17-year federal investigation. In 1995, Hoover was indicted by the feds from state prison and 2 years later sentenced to 6 federal life sentences for conspiracy, extortion, money laundering, drugs, and continuing to engage in a criminal.
This nigga was dropping bags. This nigga was catching hats. This nigga got away with everything you can name of, shorty. Well, he ain't get away. I mean, he got caught with everything you can name of, shorty. Fuck getting away. That nigga got it bad. And for some reason, Jesus came and saved this nigga. Because all of a sudden, Trump helped this nigga. Trump? You know Trump a gangster when he helping gangsters, nigga. He ain't helping no other black niggas. He helping gangsters, nigga. He helping niggas that been in the streets and shit. You see how he helped Kodak, nigga. He helped Kodak, nigga. He probably helped some more niggas, nigga. Just think about it.
Enterprise. Larry Hoover ran the Illinois state prison system like a gangster disciple warden. So the feds took him where he'd be helpless, stripping him of all power.
Yeah.
In prison since 1973, Hoover spent nearly 30 years at ADX Florence, the federal supermax. His neighbors would be terrorists, mass killers, and cartel leaders. His cell could only hold one man. A shower would be brought to his cell, and his mail would be seen through a screen as physically touching it was too much of a privilege.
Yo! What the hell? Like, it really get that? It get, like, somebody who been in jail, like, not jail, someone who been in prison before, comment down below. Is this what they really do to y'all in that zone? They really be treating y'all like that? Like, I know, like, you did bad in your life, but damn. Sometimes there be a reason, and sometimes they just, I don't know, bro. But damn. You can't even read your mail without them showing it to you and touching it is too much of a privilege? Damn.
30 years at ADX Florence, the federal supermax.
Yo.
His neighbors would be terrorists, mass killers,
Yo.
and cartel leaders. His cell could only hold one man. A shower would be brought to his cell, and his mail would be seen through a screen as physically touching it was too much of a privilege.
Your shower is being brought to you? Is that what that nigga just said? Oh, hell.
Larry Hoover, for the last 30 years, has been in a cold concrete hell until now.
Yeah.
Trump commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover, which led many to believe Hoover was going to be a free man. But many fail to realize Hoover was serving 200 years before the feds stepped in, and he has to finish it. A bittersweet victory for those that know him, as he's one step closer to home, being now that he'll be back in Illinois. But at 78 years old, it isn't known how long he has to continue fighting for his freedom.
Yeah.
One would assume he'd be treated like a god in Illinois State Prison. The man is a Chicago legend, but one can also wonder, why is it always when someone's about to be released, paperwork comes out of nowhere?
Every time, bro. Every time a nigga about to be released, or even knowing he got a court date coming up where he can be released, see that nigga get stabbed up or something, go into a fight, nigga, paperwork come out, another body show up out of nowhere, more crimes get to tapping in. I don't know, bro. It's crazy.
We saw the same thing happen with Big Meech, and how everyone, including Meech, thought he'd be welcomed home like royalty, and instead, the former drug lord is doing Instagram promo. But what about the GDs? How are they gonna react to reading the clear black and white of Larry Hoover, the very founder of their beliefs, identifying the two rival gang members who shot him when he was 18?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does it not count?
It is. It's even more crazy because when you 18, you know more about the streets and know more about the not telling situations. That's crazy.
Because it was so long ago, or because Hoover became so powerful, nobody dared talk about his statement without the risk of being killed. As of May 29, 2025, Larry Hoover is no longer in federal custody, and according to the Illinois Department of Corrections, he's been transferred to Dixon Correctional Center, a medium security prison. Hoover's current release date is October 25th, 2066.
He got some shit.
Now I'm going to say this first and foremost, and with all due respect. If you weren't born in the 50s or the 60s or are a direct relative of Larry Hoover, I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Literally, bro. Like, when I say literally, bro, like literally, bro.
Because if you're one of these GDs that's my age, 30 or younger or even older, talking about why are you talking about it, he don't even know who the fuck you are. This man's been in prison since 1973, so you can save all that gangster shit. I don't want a bunch of pitchforks emojis on my fucking Instagram.
No, real shit though, bro. He was like, he don't even know you niggas. He don't care about you niggas. He never heard of you niggas. That's why I was confused on why King Yellow was on live talking about, Larry's free. That's dick riding. Oh my God, that's dick riding. If you didn't know, hop off that bike, dummy.
I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But it's very interesting that this paperwork came out of nowhere.
That's diabolical, if you ask me.
I don't know who had this shit. I don't know if the Stones was holding it. I don't know if somebody was waiting for it, right? But they literally waited until his sentence got commuted, which nobody expected, and then boom, this shit hits the internet. I didn't do it. I don't know where it came from. But I looked into it, and yes, I found multiple articles detailing what took place. That's what happened. Larry Hoover got shot on his first day of school. He's most likely a senior since he was 18.
Yep.
Two rival gang members walked into school and shot him out front of the principal's office. That's some gangster shit. If this doesn't make you look at Chicago like, holy fuck, it's been like that forever.
Yeah.
This was in the 60s. They're walking in schools with guns and popping off in the fucking hallway.
And that's when the cameras wasn't like how they is now and shit, bro. So they used to be getting it cracking, shorty. They used to get it cracking. They used to get away with it unless somebody telling them niggas.
This shit was like that in the 60s. He got hit with a 32. Just probably why he survived.
Yeah.
But then apparently Hoover went on a killing spree and was just smacking shit. And you gotta understand, Hoover got taken off the street at 23 years old. This man was a certified smacker, leader.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you go by the paperwork, he's also what?
All right.
He'd be considered a snitch, right?
Yep. And don't go around it. Don't beat around the bush, because it's Larry Hoover, shorty. Rat, snitch, whatever you call it, shorty. Nigga, cheese mice, nigga. I don't know.
He identified the two people
Whatever you call
that
it,
shot
nigga.
him, and they were rival gang members, and the police went to their house and got them. Now, he wasn't the only one that identified them, but he did. And there's nothing that can really, there's not an excuse for that, you know what I mean? There's nothing that somebody can say that's like, because people will say all types of things as snitching. That's way less than what this is.
Yep.
I don't think there's a current rapper to this day that could identify the two people that shot him by name and say what gang they're a part of and not be shunned from hip hop. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck though. Do I think the GDs are gonna disown Larry Hoover? No. But I'm interested in seeing how this does play out because conversations are gonna happen over this.
Yep. And the crazy thing about this is, with 2025 going, niggas really pick and choose who they want to call a snitch. They pick and choose who they want to call a snitch. It's crazy if you ask me. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. Can't be out here picking and choosing who's a snitch. Niggas a snitch, they's a snitch. It's just that. Like, comment, subscribe, you know. Tap in, you know. Ring that bell, you know. And we about this, Joe, you know.